Hello, in this video we're going to learn implicit differentiation. But before we do that, let's just recall the chain rule. If I give you e to the power of x squared, differentiation is of the whole thing times the differentiation of the whatever is inside the bracket. So the differentiation of the whole thing is e to the x squared times 2x. Remember, this is the chain rule. So whenever you see something other than x inside the bracket, you will have to use the chain rule. So similarly, if I give you something like this, e to the power of y. Now there is something other than x inside the bracket, so you'll have to use the chain rule. So what does that mean? Differentiate the whole thing first times the differentiation of whatever is inside the bracket. So differentiation of the whole thing is e to the y. Now what is the differentiation of y? We don't know, but we know the notation for it. And the notation is dy by dx. Or you can say e to the y times y prime, because we know y prime means the differentiation of y. And this process here, or this one here, is implicit differentiation, where now in place of x you will have a y, and you'll have to use the notation of dy by dx to use the chain rule. So let's just do a bit more. Now what if I give you a problem, say x plus y squared equals 3x squared. And the question here is, use implicit differentiation to find dy by dx, or y prime. They mean the same thing. So what you should do is apply the rules the same way. Differentiation of x is 1. Now what is the differentiation of y squared? Think of this like this. Something other than x inside the bracket. So you differentiate the whole thing first times the differentiation of the inside. The differentiation of the whole thing is the power rule. So it should become 2y, just like x squared becomes 2x, but times the differentiation of y. Equals, what is the differentiation of 3x squared using the power rule? 6x. And now your job is to leave the dy by dx alone. So move the 1 on the other side. You get 2y dy by dx equals 6x minus 1. So dy by dx is 6x minus 1. Divide by 2y, 2y. This is your answer. So remember, apply the same rules as before, but the only thing is apply the chain rule whenever you see y in the problem. Okay, let's do one more. So if I give you xy squared plus 6x equals, say, 3. So now the question is to find dy by dx. So now do the same thing. Now the first one is a product, so you'll have to use the product rule here. So you can go back to finding f, g, and so on. I will directly do it. So it's the first times the differentiation of second using the power rule, plus the second times the differentiation of the first. So remember, this is the power rule and product rule together. Plus 6 equals 0. Now your job is to leave dy by dx alone. So move everything else on the other side. So you get 2xy dy by dx equals 6 minus y squared. So dy by dx equals 6 minus y squared divided by 2xy. And that is your answer. So remember, if there's a product in the problem, you will have to use the product rule. Similarly, if there was a quotient, you will have to use the quotient rule. So let's do one where you have to use quotient rule and implicit differentiation together. let's do something like this. So you have x divided by x squared plus y equals, let's do y. Yeah, a bit difficult. So on the left hand side you'll have to use the quotient rule. So you can go back and recall it. I will directly do it. The bottom times the differentiation of the top minus the top times the differentiation of, now the differentiation of x squared is 2x. What is the differentiation of y? The differentiation of x is 1, so the differentiation of y should be 1 times dy by dx. So whenever you see y, multiply it with dy by dx equals dy by dx. Okay, now move everything on the other side and dy by dx on one side. So you should get x squared plus y minus 2x squared plus x dy by dx equals dy by dx. We're just simplifying the whole thing. Now move the dy by dx on one side and everything else on the other side. So move this one on the other side. So you should get x squared plus y minus 2x squared equals dy by dx minus x dy by dx. Right, if you move this on the other side, it becomes a negative. I'll continue here. So now, what's common between the two things on the right hand side is dy by dx, and you can do x squared minus 2x squared. So that should become negative x squared plus y equals, take the dy by dx common, and whatever is left goes inside the bracket, which is 1 minus x. And then leave the dy by dx alone, so you get minus x squared plus y divided by 1 minus x equals dy by dx. And this bit here is your answer. A little bit difficult, but remember, when you have 2 dy by dx in the problem, get the dy by dx on one side and everything else on the other side, then take the dy by dx common and then divide by the bracket. That will give you the answer. Okay, I hope that makes sense, and any questions you can type in below.